A single torch illuminates the raw, fleshy walls around you. Window, nightstand, desk, and candles. Leather sheet. Take leather sheet? Why not? You try counting them, but every time you look away, their numbers seem to shift. So we can't interact with them? Hi, I'm Avaris Harkay, and this is Valentine Warlock, a short, text-based piece of interactive horror fiction. It's by NotHack Europa. It looked kind of interesting. Content warnings for gore, death, horror. So it's supposed to be some sort of puzzle game, and there's various commands here that we can supposedly enter to interact with objects and things. We'll see how this goes. Alright, we've got ambient sound. The wooden podium creaks beneath your steps, and the peasants are booing at you. Where did you go wrong? Claiming that your dark magical powers were all thanks to the Lord and Savior, Christianity isn't exactly legal, but still much more accepted than the Lord you pray to. You even healed the jailer's daughter, converting not only her family, but also the judge to follow the gospel. Good going there. What were you thinking? And now you're still being executed for a crime you didn't mean to commit, for spreading Christianity. The man behind you pushes you to your knees, and you suck in air as you hit the wood beneath you. With your hands behind your back, you cannot cast any spells. A blade rests against your neck for a moment, before it is pulled back to deliver your sentence. Maybe there's still time for a quick prayer. And the prompt says to pray, so let's do it. There is only one option. Thus you pray to your Lord. Setsatop out. Some sort of eldritch being which gives us dark, terrible power. Your prayer is cut short by the white-hot pain of a sword cutting through your skin, your meat, your arteries, cartilage, sinews, muscle, fat, bone? When you come to, the ground is soft, wet, and warm to the touch. You open your eyes to reveal a small windowless room. A single torch illuminates the raw, fleshy walls around you. A door set into one of them, its hinges piercing the meat. While this isn't at all what you remember your former jail cell to look like, you have no doubt that this is it. Some nightmarishly twisted version of it, anyway. Behind you, dark red letters spell out a message opposite the door. Trials of Ascension. Okay, so whatever is in caps is probably something that we can observe. So, let's see, I'm just gonna keep this page open so I can refer back to our actions that we can do. We already prayed. We can examine things. Oh, we can take things. Okay. Take, touch. Okay. I don't know if this is even possible. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, fine. Take torch. Sounds like something we might need. Cool. Examine walls. If I can spell. The cell used to have stone walls, but this current nightmarish version is rocking the flesh look instead. Metal. Awesome. Examine door, because it doesn't sound like there's much in the room. The door is made out of sturdy, dark wood, contrasting the gore surrounding you. At about hip height, a metal plate covers the slit through which they used to serve you food. Okay. Let's check out that message again, though. You return your attention to the message. Upon closer inspection, you're fairly certain that it is written in blood. The message reads, "I deserve death." Huh. You could swear it just said something different. Oh, this'll be fun. Examine again. The message reads, "I should die." Okay, so the message is literally changing. Maybe if we keep doing it, it'll probably lead us to a bad end or kill us. Let's go back to examine the door. Yep, and let's examine that metal plate, because there isn't much else here. The metal plate can only be moved from the outside. As you look in to pry at it, you notice your own reflection staring back at you. This isn't what you look like. For one, you aren't supposed to be covered in blood. You feel the sudden urge to touch this alien image of yourself. Alright, let's touch the metal plate. You touch the metal plate and almost jump as something pulls at your very being. You can't possibly enter this metal plate, right? Let's try it. Enter metal plate. Nice. You close in on the metal plate, staring at the blood-covered mess of a human that blinks back sluggishly with your very eyes. Look at yourself. Valentine, the great Warlock. Valentine, who never owned up to serving an Eldritch entity. No, you'd tell them. This isn't dark magic, no sir. One of your hands comes up to touch its twin in the mirror surface. Instead of cold metal, you meet no resistance. Surely this metal plate is too small to enter. Or you enter the metal plate. Instead of emerging on the other side of your cell door in what should have been the jail's dungeons, you step out of an opulent mirror fixed to a closet door. You remember this closet, and you remember the bed to your right. Although, as far as you remember, your childhood room used to have a door. Next to your bed there's a window. Your nightstand, desk, and windowsill are covered in candles, flickering warm light through the room. Your bed is covered in a leather sheet, instead of the woolen blanket you remember, and one of the walls hangs a large painting that used to show your family, but now only displays darkness. Okay, cool. So there's a lot of things that we can observe here. We've got our mirror, closet, bed, window, nightstand, desk, and candles. Leather sheet. Take leather sheet? Why not? Examine the leather sheet? I stand corrected. Even if it's in caps, it doesn't mean that you can interact with it. Lovely, lovely. I should at least be able to look at it. Jeez. Examine mirror. You don't like the wreathing mass of limbs reflected in the mirror, but there's not much you can do about it. Okay. Examine closet. Your closet door is still stuck. Are you sure about that? Let's open closet. Okay, fine. What else? Bed. Examine bed. You used to be afraid of the monsters beneath your bed. It's funny. Now the monsters ought to be afraid of you. Yeah, if only you could have prevented yourself from being executed. Well, maybe that's what we're trying to do right now, so we'll see. Remains to be seen. Examine... You know what, let's just... Childhood room. What else is there? Okay, we checked out the bed. Nightstand, desk, and candles. Can we take candles? We might need those. I know we have the torch. Examine the candles? You were never allowed to have candles in your childhood room, but this one is filled with them. They cover every surface, spreading an uncomfortable heat. You try counting them, but every time you look away, their numbers seem to shift. So we can't interact with them? Put candles out. Okay, fine. Examine nightstand. The nightstand is covered in candles, and the spaces between candles are plastered with molten wax. It's dripping to the soft carpet below. If any of this was real, your mother would get a heart attack knowing that the carpet was ruined. Is there nothing in the nightstand? No drawers? Examine drawers? Fine, there aren't any drawers. Fine, fine. Let's see. Desk. Maybe that'll have something. We still have the window and painting. Desk, window, painting. Okay. Examine desk. There's nothing but more candles on your desk. Why give me so many objects to observe if I can't do anything with them? Okay, examine window. The sun outside is far too big, scorching what should have been a lush green lawn outside your parents' house. Beyond the property lines, the world has turned into a barren wasteland, and squirming things mill about in the distance, too far for you to clearly make out. I mean, I do love the look of this dream world thing. It's kind of cool. Examine... What was it? Examine... painting. Instead of your family staring sternly at the painter, you're greeted by a black void. At the right angle, the glass that is supposed to keep the painting safe reflects the shape of a head covered in thick black fur. It is glistening with a dark liquid, matting it down. From beneath it, two beady black eyes stare unblinking. Well, that doesn't sound good. I think... Did we do mirror? Did we touch the mirror? Oh, sweet! Touching this mirror feels very similar to touching that metal plate in the cell. Maybe you can enter this too. Okay, let's try it. Enter the mirror. We are Alice through the looking glass now. Okay, you enter the mirror. By now, you're not surprised to find yourself in another familiar, yet unfamiliar room. This is your first home after moving out. A single room, combining kitchen and bedroom, without much space left to actually live in. You hated having to move into such simple and restrictive lodgings, but it had to be done. You could hardly practice your craft under the watchful gaze of your mother. What? Mom didn't approve of Eldritch summonings and stuff? Why not? Why not? That didn't make sense. Mommy would love her baby regardless. Maybe. Who knows? On the kitchen counter sits a massive scale you've never seen before. Your bed has disappeared, leaving room for a pentagram on the floor where it used to be. Your modest table holds a single forgotten bowl of soup. Despite a distinct lack of candles, the room is illuminated just fine, revealing a concerning but expected lack of doors. In fact, where there should have been a door behind you, you now spot yet another mirror. Okay, well, if there's another mirror, can we just enter the next mirror? Entirely bypass whatever's in this room? Oh, we're back in the cell. Okay. The cell was enter metal plate. And then we enter mirror. Okay, bachelor room. Mirror is the way back, the way we came. So table, bowl of soup, pentagram, and scale. Examine table. The table is empty except for the bowl of soup. We'll do that in a second. Examine pentagram. There is a good old-fashioned pentagram on the floor. It is painted in blood. Your fingers are itching to put something inside. That's not suggestive at all, I'm sure. Examine scale. It's a balanced scale with two trays to put weights into. The trays are inscribed with a pentagram, much like the one on the floor. Inscribed horizontally on it is the sentence, balance in all things. Okay, balancing scales puzzle. Gotcha. Take scale? Cool. What do I do with it? Examine bowl of soup that was on the table. The soup is no longer hot, but there is still a silver spoon inside. Cool. Take... well, first let's examine. Examine spoon? You lift the silver spoon to your face, and a blood-soaked version of yourself looks back. Could you use this to jump into another room? Enter spoon? Nope, just takes us back to the childhood room. Okay, enter mirror. Bowl of soup with the table and the mirror. So the puzzle itself has to just be like the pentagram and the scale. Speak to the pentagram? I know it doesn't. Touch pentagram. Maybe I have to do, like, Full Metal Alchemist style summon something. What do you mean that doesn't make sense? That made perfect sense. What else can we do? Pray, examine, enter, open. Okay, enter. Pentagram. Okay, we can't even, like, stand on top of it and see if something... Okay, fine. What were the other commands? Does pray give you hints? You pray. A sense of loneliness overcomes you as you're unable to reach that foreign presence you swore your life to. Blast you, Eldritch gods of the 40th K variety! How dare you abandon me in my time of need! Okay, fine. We got this. Examine pentagram. It's just painted in blood. Okay. Examine scale. What scale? Put scale in pentagram? Woohoo! That's not all we had to do. Okay. You place the scale on the ground inside the pentagram. There. Now all the pentagrams can be together. Smoke billows up around the pentagram and you cough. Once it settles, 5 items have appeared, 1 on each of the corners of the pentagram. Cool. Examine items. On each of the corners of the pentagram there is a weight. The smallest one is red, inscribed on it is the number 1. The second smallest one is orange, inscribed on it is the number 2. The medium-sized one is yellow, inscribed on it is the number 3. The second largest is colored green, inscribed on it is the number 4. The largest one is colored blue, inscribed on it is the number 5. Okay. So we got 5 weights to balance the scales. Okay. Just so I can keep track. Now the thing is, if you sum these up, you're going to get an odd number, so you won't actually be able to balance it. The closest you could do is something like a 7 and 8. There might be more to this, though. Because that's going to be a lot of trial and error. Okay, fortunately. Okay, I'm a little upset because all the actions I thought were listed here, but obviously that's not the case, because in one of the gameplay images, you have put weight on left side, right side of scales. So that sucks. But we're gonna attempt it anyway. Put red weight on left side. Put blue weight on right side. Okay, so that was, again, these two, so we need... Oh, I may have messed up already. And there is more to the puzzle. Gosh darn it. Okay. Yeah, we messed up because it's balancing perfectly with this one. Can't we just leave yellow off? Eat yellow weight. Touch yellow weight. Fine. The scale tips to the right before the weights disappear in a puff of smoke, reappearing on the corners of the pentagram the way they were before you started. So that could be a common thing, where it just doubles on the next 2, and then triples on the last one. Alright, proof of concept. Let's see if it works. Put red weight on left side, green weight on right side, and put blue weight on left side. You place the blue weight on the left side and its number changes from 5 to 10. What went wrong? 3 to 6, 4 to 12, 5 to 10? So even though this one went last, it only doubled, and this one tripled. Why? There's a new rule? It should have been 15. Okay. That's upsetting. Okay, if it's tied particularly to one of the early numbers that will double or versus triple. Well, this is gonna just be frustrating. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it changes which ones will double and triple. I don't know how we're supposed to predict for that, but trial and error brute force for the win. The scale balances perfectly. The items disappear, and from the scale's dishes, blood starts pouring, covering the pentagram. You jump back, avoiding the flood of blood. Only once there's a sizable blood pool in your room does the scale pop out of existence in a puff of smoke. Examine blood pool. You have a feeling that you'll end up taking a dive in this thing. Okay, that's simple enough. Enter the blood pool. I'm sure nothing can go wrong. It's horrible and disgusting. You specialize in spells of the body, things to do with organs and muscle and meat. But entering a blood pool, what is your patron thinking? That it is metal? Still, you need to advance. You enter the blood pool. This is where you lived with your girlfriend Julia. In a blood pool, really. I mean, I'm not going to question her, or your taste for that matter. I mean, her and Saya apparently have a lot in common. After curing her of her blindness in a pretend show of holy power that saved you from prison and caused your judge to convert, you are a lousy warlock, spreading another religion for fear of the repercussions for mentioning your own. Ever since you blessed Julia with sight, she has been obsessed with mirrors. Okay, so she's not Saya and living in a blood pool meat room with you? That's vaguely disappointing. You feel like this may come in handy, despite how you remember this room. One of the walls is now covered in one gigantic mirror, while a smaller vanity mirror sits atop the dresser that should contain her beauty products. There is a desk in the corner with papers strewn about. An open ink bottle slowly dries out with the quill still stuck inside. The bed is soaked in blood, and on the nightstand lies a pulsating red chunk. Ooh, examine that pulsating red chunk, please. Your magic specializes in matters of the body. As such, you've healed a fair share of organs to keep your guise as a healer. This one is most definitely a heart. Ooh, can I take the heart? You'd really rather not. Why not? You are a blood eldritch worshipping warlock. What? This should be your bread and butter. Take the heart. Take heart? You know, because it's also a play on words, to take heart, to be brave. Fine. Fine. You don't appreciate my wit at all. Can I examine the heart? The heart is still beating. May I touch the heart? Touching the heart feels right, like it's a part of you. Great! Now we can take the heart. Fine. Examine room. What can I look at again? Gigantic mirror, vanity mirror, desk, papers, nightstand. Okay. Examine gigantic mirror. You look at a beady-eyed version of yourself covered in greasy, dark fur. Alright, I'm messing with that one. Examine vanity mirror. The shambling mess of limbs you see in this mirror has nothing to do with vanity. Okay, so there's nothing there either. Examine desk. The desk is littered in letters, one of them addressed to you. Cool. Examine nightstand. You ignore the pulsating red chunk on the nightstand for a moment to check its contents and find a box inside. Ooh, box and letters. Awesome. Let's examine those papers first, though. This is a farewell letter, never sent. It reads, Beloved Valentine, Every day they keep you in that rotten place. I pray to our Lord for mercy. How can he let a servant as faithful as you suffer such horrible fate? Surely none in the whole city of Rome have converted as many people to follow the gospel. So then why is it that I hear rumors of an execution to come? I don't know. Seems like that's what the Romans did. Ah. Valentine, I shall talk again to the judge whom you converted so expertly by way of miracle. It is the least I can do after you gave me the gift of sight. Maybe he can put in a good word for you. With, Bigus?
Wait till Bigus Dickus hears of this.
And if he doesn't... Oh, Valentine, I mean to seek an audience with Emperor Claudius himself to beg for your life. He can't condemn me for heresy, if only he lay eyes on one of your miracles just once. Sounds like that didn't go through. You know, with the axe at my neck and all. Pray for me as I pray for you, Valentine, and should I not return from my mission, know that you will find my greatest joy hidden in that box. I have questions. Valentine, you are the only one who has found his way into my... Blank with 5 letters, probably heart. Yours forever, Julia. Well, she seems nice. Okay. Examine letter. Oh, the paper and the letters are the same. Okay, cool. What else? Examine room. Gigantic mirror is a no-go. Vanity mirror is a no-go. Desk just had the papers and the letter. Nightstand and the chunk. Okay, I guess we just have the box. Examine box. A lock keeps the box firmly shut. It can be opened with the right combination of letters. Okay. You attempt to open the box by putting in the password. Please enter the first letter. Heart. Uh-huh. E. You blink while putting in the next letter, and suddenly your previous letters are all messed up. J-E. Uh-huh. Okay, well, what if we put in the whole thing? Okay, so I put in heart. So H turns into J. H-I-J. K-L-M-N-O-P. Okay. This is one of those, you gotta go back in the alphabet a couple of times. This one the most, this one... Let's just make sure. E, F, G, H, I, yep, J, K, A, B, C, D, E, yep, R, S, T, yep, and then T is perfectly fine because that's the last one you enter. So it's the rest of the letters that need to go back in sequence by 2. Fun story, Space Odyssey 2000, or Space Odyssey, HAL is the letters behind IBM. Like, if you look on a HAL, but if you go one more, but it's back from IBM. I'm trying to remember, there was a different one that went even further back, where it's, if you go back from H, it's G, and if you go back from A, it's Z, back from L is K, and I think that was appropriated as Giselle. I don't remember which one that was, though. Anyway, let's look at heart. Should be ZYWPT. Let's try that. Open box. Z. Y. W. P. And T. You put in your last letter and wait for the others to shuffle into place. Take that, stupid letters. Get out, played. The new password reads, heart. The box opens with a click. Open the box, please. You already opened the box. Okay, examine box. Now that it's open. Inside the box, you find a hand mirror. All right. Examined hand mirror. Within the hand mirror, you see yourself, undistorted, except for one small addition. On your forehead, there are letters etched into your skin, reading, Tua potestas. Tua potestas. Your power? These words are as weird as their letters being written from left to right, despite you seeing them in a mirror. Is that a thing? Potestas, Latin word for power or faculty. Tua potestas means your power. Okay, that's fine. Interesting. My power is in my brain. On my forehead. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do our regular, what do we do if we touch the mirror? I'm sorry, hand mirror. Yep, you could definitely enter this if you wanted to. Same pull as the rest. Great! Enter the hand mirror. We have solved the puzzle. Or part of it. Despite its size, you crawl into the hand mirror, bending reality around your very flesh to fit. You enter the hand mirror, emerging in a library. This is the library that granted you your powers. Here you find the book that opened your eyes to that which lies beyond human perception. There are books covering the shelves around you, and at the other side of the room, there is a door. Above the door, a grand inscription reads, "Speak the name of your lord and ascend." Behind you, there is another door with a shiny doorknob. Did you really just enter through that? Okay, so given the cues, we're now in a library. We can examine book, books, and door. The puzzle is to speak something. And doorknob, I assume, would take us back the way we came, like with the other rooms. So, examine book. Looking at the books, they all share the same title, The Power Within. This isn't how you remembered it. You pull one out at random and open it. Every page is covered with the same sentence. It is you. Examine books. Okay, same thing. Examine door. Probably locked. Speak. What was the name of this thing? I've scrolled to the bottom. Okay. You speak. Sets atop out. But nothing happens. How could this be? You've been serving your patron for so long. Have you been forsaken? You must be missing something. Maybe you should try again after giving it more thought. Okay, hang on. Hang on, I just noticed something. Thus. Satsatabat. It's your power backwards. What? Power within. It is you. What's my name? It can't be that easy. Is it? Valentine. Warlock? You speak. Valentine Warlock, and it rings true. It is you, always has been. There was never an unholy patron supplying you with dark magic. This foul power has always been inside of you. Satsatabat to Apestas. You chuckle before bursting into near hysterical laughter. It is your own power. The door in front of you creaks open, revealing the world behind it. While it is the same old realm you came from, you are now entering it as a new person. A new creature. You have ascended. The end. Man, that is some Kung Fu Panda stuff right there with the whole, it was just me the whole time. It's fine. That's cool, though. And I liked the puzzles. Other than the ones that I had to kind of brute force through, they were very cute and cool. Kind of got the little noggin going. I liked that. Anyway, hopefully this was entertaining for you, and thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and hope to see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!